is heating up again? What? Lecrae? Who would have thought the Christian rapper Lecrae was going to get himself involved with K-Dot? Who would? Nah, I'm just joking. I don't know what's going on, but I've heard that this, which it really isn't too far-fetched, but I heard that this is kind of a response to Watch the Party Die by Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has been on the road. He's been on the tear. He's been ending careers this year. Well, attempting to. One of the two. I don't know what you think about that situation. But we're not talking about that right now. We got Lecrae here, man. He done did a little remix to Kendrick Lamar's song, so I'm assuming that they're probably going to be on the same beat. Lecrae is probably on the same beat that Kendrick Lamar was on for this song, but I don't know. And I don't listen to much Lecrae, so I don't know what to expect. But if you're new here and you're a fan of Lecrae and you believe that I should subscribe to more Lecrae, watch more Lecrae, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
I was wrestling like, should I write a verse? The culture got enough clout chasing vultures out here, trying to prove they worth. They need attention. They can't imagine me not trying to make myself look bigger off of this Kendrick mention. I can't imagine his position. Before I got on my mission, I was a party victim. I bought the party favors. I used my trauma, my single mama, to justify commas, to pay the devil's wages.
Woo! Hey, bro. Hey, man, I gotta applaud this. You know why? Because rather than dissing Kendrick Lamar, which the party would have wanted, Lecrae sides with Kendrick Lamar. Oh my, come on, man. That's 100 IQ right there, bro. That's a 1 trillion IQ move right there, Lecrae. I gotta clap it up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta clap it up, bro. You can only applaud this because I was kind of iffy on it. In my last video, y'all know how I feel about the industry, how it makes us, and by us I mean black people, turn against each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what fuels hip hop and rap in general. So now Lecrae is doing the opposite of what the industry wants and doing what's really beneficial. This is how we really benefit from rap right here. Siding with each other, you know what I'm saying? Making positive music. Let's go, Lecrae. I was kind of iffy. I didn't know if he was dissing him, but of course, Lecrae is very spiritually involved, so he wouldn't have gone there, but let's get it.
Imagine me not trying to make myself look bigger off of this Kendrick mention. I can't imagine his position. Before I got on my mission, I was a party victim. I bought the party favors. I used my trauma, my single mama, to justify commas, to pay the devil's wages. Woo. It probably went over their heads. Basically what I said is I was government fed, bread for doing time in the feds, but Jesus bled. Instead of putting dents in their head, he turned his. My cup runneth over with nonsense. They hearts grow colder, they love to do evil, they burn their conscience. I want the dealer's head who gave my cousin fentanyl. Labels exploiting rapping addicts, man, I'm sick of y'all. My daddy ran with Compton Chris, my uncle's Pyru. Stuck in the middle of this madness, what should I choose? I should be choosing between Howard and Hampton.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. This man speaking. He's rapping right now. My gosh, man. He talks about how the industry, in the beginning of his rap career, he talked about his single mom, the fact that he was going through hardships, the struggle, right? He was exploiting himself by talking about those things that are so common to rap. Everyone wants to hear that. Everyone wants to hear the hardships. Everyone wants to hear, oh, he was slinging drugs, which I don't know if that's what he was talking about at all. I'm pretty sure Lecrae never talked about those things, but I can never be too sure because I don't listen to Lecrae, so if I'm wrong, correct me. But I'm saying he knew that that's not what he wanted to make his career out of. He wanted to change the trajectory of his rap career. He knew that was the trajectory because that's the majority of rap. Talking about slinging drugs, talking about prostitution, all that shit. All the stuff that shouldn't be talked about in rap. That's how people make it to where they are in rap game, bro. They talk about the bad shit going on in the community and not how to resolve those bad things going on in the community. You get what I'm saying? So Lecrae was like, yo, instead of going that route, which I was at one point, I went into another route. Facts.
Stuck in the middle of this madness, what should I choose? I should be choosing between Howard and Hampton.
Okay.
I love the people that I ran with, but look at the damage. You want me put you on, but I know you still with the scamming. A crooked doctor took advantage and hooked me on Xanax. This killer's sitting in a cell for taking somebody innocent, and they don't even feel no remorse. The worst ignorance.
Ooh.
But when I take a look in the mirror, the blood of Uriah's on my hands, cause I'm that killer who had Bathsheba in his quarters. I'm that who let Eve taste the fruit of death. I'm dead sinner, I deserve death, along with all these liars and hypocrites, fake tough rappers who fabricate they predicaments.
While he's spitting right now. While he's spitting right now, y'all. Y'all know when I sit behind this chair, it's because I gotta really digest what's going on. But at this point, I've already digested what's going on. It's just, that's how I feel on the inside, man. I can't sit down. I should have done this reaction standing up, but I didn't know that this was going to have some type of substance. A lot of the songs I react to, they have no substance. They just have feeling. They don't have substance. This right here has substance, so I had to stand up for a little bit. Bear with me. Fake tough rappers who fabricate their predicaments. Jesus, man. Rappers who are lying about their situations or their current situation. Why are these rappers still talking about trapping and rapping when they rich as hell? They putting their families in private, they putting their children in private school, which they should, by any means, bro. If you have money and you can afford it, you should purchase and provide your children with the best education possible. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you have people out here who are doing these things for their children, who are doing these things that aren't relatable to the people in the struggle. So why are you still talking about things that you would have done if you're in the struggle, but you're not in the struggle anymore? It doesn't make sense. It's like you're feeding poison back to people who don't need that shit. You're feeding poison. After you realize the poison, you're still feeding it to people who don't know any better. Like, what the fuck? Bro, you're not even living that life anymore, dog. You out of the hood. Why are you still talking about stuff you used to do in the hood? Crazy
all
work.
These liars and hypocrites, fake tough rappers who fabricate they predicaments, fake deep guru pushing voodoo on the people, telling folks that my God ain't real. That's real evil. I wonder what Lecrae would do. Hopefully seek the hand of God and tell him that he's incapable. But truthfully, I'm nobody to judge. My good deeds are like some period blood stains on a dirty rug. All I can offer them is Jesus' love. I know it sound foolish to many, like, really? That's all you got for us? Yeah. The cross is foolish to the perishing. The world will call me weak and the saints will say I embarrass them. I walk the valleys full of evil, I'm aware of it. I can't condemn the world and burn all of the heretics. Love is patient, so I'm trusting in the narrative. And Christ ain't watched the party die, he died instead of it.
Ooh-wee, man. Hey, bro, that's crazy. Man, that's super. I think this song right here has had more meaning than the last 50 songs that I played today. And I say that because the imagery here, I can really imagine and make the connection of the things that he mentions in this song. Even on the first couple bars, y'all saw me stand up with passions because I can make those connections. I understood where he was going with it, and I understood the whole plot of the song. It's kind of like, you know, back in college or back in high school where you're writing your paper and the thesis was supposed to be stated in the first couple within the first sentence or two, right? That's what Lecrae did. He put the thesis out there. He set the foundation of the song, and it made me understand it. For some of y'all wouldn't understand it because you didn't really go through anything in your child. Not to say that I'm better than you are, but the things that Lecrae talks about, I can relate to them because I went through them in some situations and still going through them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it relatable for me. Not to say that because you didn't understand it, it separates me from you, but just in that aspect of life, it does separate the two of us. If you can relate to it, if you understood it, you know what I'm saying? But going back to this line, fake tough rappers who fabricate their predicaments, it spoke volume because, again, you have these rappers, you have these entertainers, well, rappers specifically because we're going to talk about rap right now. We're not talking about anything else. You have these rappers who are pushing things that they used to do. Not to justify those things. For example, right? we had Jay-Z. Jay-Z talked about selling drugs for a long time throughout his career, right? He talked about it. He talked about it. But toward the end of his rap career, he veered away from it. He stayed away from it. Instead, he pushed the thought of being or black excellence. He pushed that thought. He encouraged it. On the other hand, you have other rappers, like I would say, Lil Baby. I know I keep bringing this example up, but it's the most current, the most recent thought in my mind about it. But we saw him. If you haven't watched it already, there's a video on YouTube about, he's showing off his crib. He's showing off his condo. I can't remember what it is, but it's a house or condo. Either it doesn't really matter. But it was super luxurious. You could tell it was worth millions of dollars, right? If you're living there, why are we still talking about things you used to do in the hood, things that you quote unquote still do in the hood? You know what I'm saying? Why are we still pushing those types of narratives when you don't even live in those areas anymore, dog? You don't. And I'm not pointing at Lil Baby specifically because I haven't listened to a lot of his recent music, but the most recent song I heard of Lil Baby, he was talking about murdering somebody, killing. Now, don't get me wrong, Lil Baby does have his times where his music speaks volume, like I've said previously, but a majority of the time he's talking about that gutter shit. Like, he's talking about hood shit, gangster shit. And I get it, that's what made you rich, that's what made you Lil Baby, but at a point, bro, it's alright to switch narratives up. You can switch it up a little bit, man. The Baby too. The Baby's, and bruh, I'm a North Carolinian native, and I rock with the Baby. I'm sorry, I rock with the Baby crazy. But why are we still talking about murdering people, bro? Switch it up. Talk to the kids a little bit, man. Give them something to think about. Cause I was one of those kids. I memorized lyrics very easily, right? So the second time I'm hearing it, that shit's sticking in my head so much to where I'm reciting it after the first time hearing it, knowing damn well I ain't murdering nobody, knowing damn well I'm not killing anybody. But those lyrics, they stuck in my head. And for the average person, and for the average child, they're not just gonna think about those lyrics and set them aside. They're gonna act as if they're real, like it's real stuff that's going on. Or act as if he's talking about it and doing it, why am I not doing it? Type shit. I was able to make that distinction because my mom would have kicked my ass. My dad would have kicked my ass. My grandmother would have murdered me if I would have done some shit that they talking about. But I don't know, man. Just think, bro. The influence that you have on people is real. The influence that you have on children is real. What you say to them is the literal. It's how they're gonna take it literally. So we got to start thinking about them when we're making these types of videos or we're making these types of songs and stuff. Think about the youth, man. But that's the end of my reaction, bro. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below what y'all think about this. A song like this is much needed during this current moment because we see a lot of what's been going on when it comes to gangster rap, when it comes to thug rap, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's an ongoing situation that we need to stop. But let me know how y'all think about it. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, bro. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below of what we should react to next. And until next time, make sure to let yourself out nobody will. Y'all, peace and chicken grease. Boo.